Cinquevalli is falling, falling. The shining trapeze kicks and flirts free. Solo performer at last. The sawdust puffs up with a thump, settles on a tangle of broken limbs. St. Petersburg screams and leans. His pulse flickers with the gas jets. He lives. Cinquevalli has a therapy. In his hospital bed, in his hospital chair, he holds a ball, lightly, lets it roll round his hand, or grips it tight, gauging its weight and resistance, begins to balance it, to feel its life attached to his by will and knowledge, invisible strings that only he can see. He throws it from hand to hand, always different, always the same, always different, always the same. His muscles learn to think. His arms grow very strong. Cinquevalli in sepia looks at me from an old postcard, bundle of enigmas, half fawn, half military man. Almond eyes, curly hair, conventional moustache, tights and a tunic loaded with embroideries, tassels, chains, fringes, hand on hip with a large signet ring winking at the camera, but a bull neck and shoulders, and a cannonball at his elbow as he stands by the posing pedestal, half reluctant, half truculent, half handsome, half absurd. But let me see you forget him. Not to be done. Cinquevalli is a juggler. In 1,000 theatres, in every continent, he is the best, the greatest. After 8 years perfecting, he can balance one billiard ball on another billiard ball, on top of a cue, on top of a third billiard ball, in a wine glass held in his mouth. To those who say the balls are waxed or flattened, he patiently explains the trick will only work because the spheres are absolutely true. There is no deception in him. He is true. Cinquevalli is juggling with a bowler, a walking stick, a cigar and a coin. Who foresees? How to please? The last time round, the bowler flies to his head, the stick sticks in his hand, the cigar jumps into his mouth, the coin lands on his foot, but is kicked into his eye and held there as a miraculous monocle without which the portrait would be incomplete. Cinquevalli is practicing. He sits in his dressing room talking to some friends, at the same time writing a letter with one hand and with the other juggling 4 balls. His friends think of demons. But you could do all this, he says, sealing the letter with a billiard ball. Cinquevalli is on the high wire in Odessa. The roof cracks. He is falling, falling into the audience. A woman breaks his fall. He cracks her like a flea, but lives. Cinquevalli brews in his armchair in Brixton Road. He reads in the paper about the shells whining at Passchendaele, imagines the mud and the dead. He goes to the window and wonders through that dark evening what is happening in Poland where he was born. His neighbours call him a German spy. Kessner, Paul Kessner, that's his name. Keep Kessner out of the British Music Hall. He frowns. It is cold. His fingers seem stiff and old. Cinquevalli tosses up a plate of soup and twirls it on his forefinger. Not a drop spills. He laughs, and well may he laugh who can do that. The astonished table breathe again. Laugh too. Think the world a spinning thing that spills for a moment. No drop. Cinquevalli's coffin sways through Brixton, only a few months before the armistice. Like some trick, they cannot get off the ground. It seems to burden the shuffling bearers. All their arms cross-juggle that displaced person, that man of balance, of strength. of delights and marvels. In his unsteady box, at last into the earth.